Hey yo, hello, assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to another new video. Man, I miss this angle. And we got the boy today. He is not jaking it. He is not. He is not. Where are you?
I am not Jake.
He is not. Which is, which is good for family and friends.
I lied. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I kinda miss this angle, yeah, and I miss these videos that I do on my own. I feel like it's more high quality than just shouting with friends on front of the camera together. Yeah, so today we are going to do some video editing. If you are new to video editing, this video is for you. Because by the end of this video, if you followed up, you will be able to start pro editing in Adobe Premiere. I'll teach you the basics about video editing. Yep, just the essentials that will make you just ready to go. I basically didn't script anything about this video. I've just like opened the camera, hey, do the tutorial, let's go. Yeah, I'll just like go 100% natural in here. First, before we start video editing, we need to know more about video. Video basically is a lot of these photos that gets played. I'm the only one who's getting played in here. Enough drama, please. Yeah, video is basically a lot of pictures getting like showed so fast behind each other. The language is so damn weak with me today. It's just like this day I speak perfectly. Just focus on the thing. So basically, when you get a lot of pictures getting played fast behind each other, that makes a video. And in video, we call this picture a frame. Every picture in this video should have the same properties like size, length by width. We call it the resolution or aspect ratio. You should have the same resolution and the same aspect ratio. I don't think that you ever watched a video that started with like 180p. Then by the end of the video it turned to be 144p. I'm not talking about like the quality, I'm talking about the size of the video. I mean, you can, of course, you can fit a low quality video inside a high quality video, but I mean the overall video in the end. Because even if you put a low footage inside that one video, you will. Let's just get into the thing, man. I don't wanna get like, I don't wanna be nerdy and stuff. Let's go into video editing. You will get something like this, the welcome page. And you will have to either open the project that you was working on before, or you just start a new project. In this case, we will just open a new project. Here you're gonna name the project. I'm gonna name it Adobe Premiere Tutorial. Adobe, not Adobe. And here you're gonna choose the location where you want to save the file on the computer. And I don't think that you should worry about any of this stuff. Just leave it like for default for now. But yeah, this is a lot of stuff that will confuse you for now. So just make sure that this is going to be. Wait, I can use GPU now. Okay, I'm gonna pick this up. Wait, this is not the default interface when you start the thing. You can reset it by here. Choosing reset to save layout. Okay, when you first start the software, you will find this beautiful scenery, this beautiful interface. Don't worry about it at all, it's all just simple and easy. So the first thing that you want to do when you start the software to video edit is to add the videos that you want to edit, you know. So there is multiple ways that you can do this. First, you can import it in here where you can like manage your files that you're going to edit with and stuff. You can either double click here and navigate through your computer through the video that you want to import, or you can just do it the way I like to do it, which is basically drag and drop. Let me just look for a video, and let's, for an example, add this footage of Roblox gameplay. Then I will drag it and drop it in here. Boom. Now we got the footage inside of Adobe Premiere, but it's not on the timeline. It's not in the sequence, in other words. So timeline is the build of the video itself. Here we can so it's just inside of Adobe Premiere. But it's not on the timeline yet. Basically, if you want to add the video to the sequence, you just need to drag it from here and drop it in here. So what happened actually? A lot happened when I just dropped this video inside that sequence. Number one, there is a sequence that is made in here. So look, this is the video that we got, and this is the sequence. And yeah, the preview have opened in here. Here where you're going to see what you are editing in this window, and here when you are going to add like the videos and the text and the stuff in the sequence, and you can drag and drop the effects on them just in here in this sequence. So basically this sequence window is the window where you're going to do most of the work, where you're going to see how the build is looking overall. And here in this window, this is a preview window. You can do play and stop from here, move one frame, move back one frame, and so on. And you got a lot of controls here, but you don't have to worry about it for now. You can also control the play and pause and all of this stuff with the keyboard as well. Play and stop by space, and move one frame and back one frame with the same controls as well. So before we start working on the sequence, I just want to talk about the properties of the sequence first. How can you know about the properties of the sequence? We got the sequence in here, right? We can right click and hit properties. It will open a tab which shows you, I mean, like the basic properties that you need to know about. Here you can find the resolution. It's 1600 by 900. Why is this exact number? Because this is the main footage itself, like here. And if you right click properties, you will find that this is the actual like dimensions for this exact video. The sequence gets the properties of the very first video that you drop on the sequence. And since this was the first video to get dropped on the sequence got the properties of this one. And also we got 30 FPS because the property of the exact video was 30 FPS. If the video was like, let me do an example for you. Let's try to import this one, for example. So when I drag and drop it in here to make a new sequence, the properties for this one is going to be 60 FPS, because the first video that got dropped on the sequence window to make a new sequence got the properties of 60 FPS. By the way, what's FPS? FPS means frames per second. That's what I wanted to tell you about, because this thing is very important to, and you have to take care about while you edit. Frames per second is like RPM, rounds per minute for cars, if you are a car guy. It's the number of pictures that gets rolled in within 1 second. 60 FPS means with 50 FPS is with, I mean 50 frame, yeah, fuck. I mean 50 frames per I mean 60 frames per second means that there are 60 pictures that gets played behind each other so fast within the 1 second. If I played this video for an example, look. Here we are counting the number of seconds in the video. See, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the number of the minute of the seconds. If you moved later, you start counting minutes. If you moved even later, you will get hours and stuff. So if you like scrolled in and you start to precisely move over the time, here you will start counting numbers as well within the single second. But for some reason it just turns to second number 1 at frame 30. I don't know why. This means that this sequence is 30 frames per second. Let me check. Properties. The fuck are you talking about? This tutorial is not going well at all. Let me just try again. Here the 60 frame video. I'm gonna put it in here. Let's try to move again. There is something going wrong in here, to be honest with you. Let me try to restart the project again. Let's try to drop that one video, the 60 frame video. Here, I don't know why the fuck this is happening here, but let me try to adjust the sequence myself. What do you mean that this? Here, look. Here I start to count to 60, then I turn second one. You get it now? And that's just that. So let's get back to the amazing world of Gumball footage. Drop it here. Make me a sequence with the property of 30 frames, please. Here, okay, because this was the first footage to get dropped on the sequence. It got back to 30 frames again, okay. Alrighty, so now you know about the resolution of the video and the frames. This is the two most important properties that you need to take care about in the beginning, because this is like the base properties for the video. Because I think if you later like say I'm gonna work on a 480p video, then later you decide to no man, I want this video to be 180. I mean, there is a way to fix it, but you will get into some pain. So just to save some headache, decide what you want to work on from the beginning. Like, I mean, I faced this issue multiple times before when I was working. I realized that I'm not working on the proper resolution that I want to work on, and I fixed it, no worries. And it seems that my head is like not working in a good way today, so I will just take a break for now, and I will complete the tutorial later. Thank you for sticking around until this minute. تصدقوا الكلام ده؟ الو I don't feel any loneliness anymore, 'cause now I got you on my boat. I don't feel any loneliness anymore, 'cause now I got you on my boat. However, ladies and gentlemen, however, ladies and women, I'm back, but yeah, let's keep on editing. Yeah, here we got the sequence, our timeline we're going to edit, and here we got our tools that we are going to use. In the beginning, first, I need you to focus on two main tools that you will use most of the time. This one here, the selection tool, and the razor tool. We got shortcuts for them. Luckily, the two shortcuts are right beside each other in the keyboard, the C and V. V for the selection tool and C for the razor. First, you can just like move along the timeline like this. Let's say, for example, that we want to cut a part. When this one Darwin come and take Gumball from me, and I was the real Darwin, this was so heartbreaking. So I hate the fact that this one fake Darwin took Gumball from me. ممكن تسكت? Yeah, so I hate the fact that this one fake Darwin took Gumball from me. So let's say that we need to change this part of the story and remove this one Darwin. So I'ma hit C or just click it from here to get the razor. Then I will navigate here. Then I will come to the part where this one fake Darwin will start to come pick Gumball from this part. So I will add a cut in here. Here will come, take him and go. I will add a cut in here. Then I will get back to the selection tool by hitting V. I'ma select this one, or by box selecting to select multiple stuff. I'ma select this one and hit delete in keyboard. Now we remove that part, but you will find an emptiness here. So you need to connect this part to this part back again. There's two ways to do this. You can either like select it like this and drag it here, but that's kind of like inefficient. You will use it of course sometimes, but in our case you can just like select the emptiness in here and select delete and just delete the emptiness, so you basically connected them again here. See, so this is our footage now. It's just me and Gumball hanging around, and it's just now me. We don't know where did Gumball go, because I removed the footage where this one fake Darwin came and picked up my Gumball. Let's undo this stuff. So that's basically it about cutting and connecting. There is like more shortcuts and hotkeys and stuff. I kinda like use this hotkey most of the time, so I just need you to know about. I kinda know it like after months of using Adobe Premiere, but since I know it, I just like use it most of the time. So let's say for example I have the cut in here, and yeah, I just want to cut from here to this cut and remove this part and connect like we did. So if you realize with me, we just like did cut here, then we selected this, then we connected or we deleted the emptiness. We did it in 3 steps. If you pressed Q in keyboard, you did all of these 3 steps with this just one cut, with this one shortcut. مش عارف نقله من الانجليزي، مش ظابط النهارده، مش ظابط خالص الانجليزي النهارده، مش ظابط وضعه خالص، مع اني لسه كنت في الكول سنتر اول امبارح عادي يعني. So yeah, we got the same footage. Hanging around with Gumball. Gumball disappeared under unknown circumstances. That's it. Or you can do the opposite, right? For example, let's say that we got the cut in here already. Yeah, we need to cut this part and remove it and connect it again. But for some reason we do got the cut after. So if I can't use the shortcut Q, we got the alternative with this. You can hit W. W cut forward, Q cut backward. Q and W basically cut for the soonest cut that you got before or after on the main channel in here. However, let's undo the footage and have it raw again, and let's accept the fact that this one fake Darwin took Gumball from me. After you do the cuts and edits and all of your stuff, sometimes you want to add like effect. So let's say for example, like I want to add like this black and white effect, like at this couple of seconds after fake Darwin took Gumball from me, to make like this sad effect. Yeah, like I'm alone now. Shit, what I'm gonna do? So first you wanna like cut the part where you're going to have the effect on. So I did cut from here to there because I want the effect to happen just on this part. So I will select this part in here, I will scroll in here while I'm putting like the mouse in here. I will just scroll to get to the tab which called effects. Here you're going to have the the effects library and all of your stuff where you can add. You can just search or you can navigate from here, but most of the time I do search. So let's say for example we want this block right here to be black and white, the set effect that I'm talking about. Basically I will just type like black and white. That's the first I was like learning editing myself. Like I wasn't like watching tutorials all of the time. Most of the time I was like exploring with myself in the beginning. So I was just like trying, man, I want that black and white filter. What if I type black and white? Oh my god, there is a black and white effect here under image control in the video effects. I'll just drag it and drop it on this block, and boom, he did the magic for you. It's just that easy. What else? Yeah, by the way, there is another effect that give you this black and white effect that I use lately. I just stopped using this like black and white effect. Now I just use a tint, because the tint give me more controls about this. How can I control that effect? I said it gives me more controls. How can I control? When I select this one and I go to the effect controls, it give me the effect controls about this selected part. So here you can like do some motions to your video. If I like drag and drop the scale, you can scale the video up. If you position the video, you can position it like this. Or you can just while you selecting this head of the motion effect, you can just like control from here as well. Also you do got rotation and all of stuff. You will just have to figure it out. You can underneath you get like opacity. When if I got like two videos over each other, they will like blend in this kind of way, which is cool. Also you got here the tint effect that we got. Like if I deleted this effect, you will get the video back on as it is. However, whenever you add an effect in here, you will find it stated down in here where you can just control it. These are like the default effects, opacity and motion that comes with basically every clip in here, and you add the rest by yourself. Let's take a break. That's my dog. He gonna ride off the leash. He gonna slide. Moving on. Yeah, like for example, you can control the effect in here. Like I'm gonna tell you why I use tint, to be honest with you, because you can like adjust the amount of tint you want in here by this percentage, and later on I will tell you how you can animate. So I can like animate that in beginning it's just like colorful, and later in the video you can just gradually get it black and white. Tint basically like turns the whole image into two colors you choose. Like for example, whole image is turned into another image which consists of two colors, which is black and white. I can like just change this white color and say I want it to be red, so it's just black and red. You can even animate this value where you can go and have like a type shit, see, but it's just like just so black, so you can turn it on a little bit. Under the ocean type effect, I use this in yeah, musical videos and stuff. It's pretty handy. You can even remove this sound from here for now and add another sound that you got. I got here my own folder which I got my musical materials. I want to add something sad. Let me get you something sad real quick. Here, let's add the Joker sound music, the bathroom dance. It's give me, I think this is convenient with this one. Let me check. Then you can remove the after. Here, yeah, so you can see basic editing. And if you clicked on this one, you will get the properties for the sound itself. You can just, if it's so loud, you can decrease the sound from here and so on. You can add a lot of effects actually. Yeah, so if you want to like check for another effect, you can just remove here and like say, for example, what other effect I use. You can use crop, for example. Just type in crop, drag and drop. Let's say I want to crop this part. Here you're gonna scroll down to the crop part. You're gonna increase the left part a little bit, and the top part a little bit, and the right part as well, maybe the bottom part, until you get these handles. Even you can control it from here if you like. You can even mask the effect. Let's say, for example, you want the mask to be circle. I'm gonna select this one circle and I'll drop it in here, but you want the effect to be inverted like this. Let's yeah, so that I can get the handles from outside the image like this, get it back to fit. And if I increase the crop part, it'll just be like this. You can even feather the mask to make it like this fadey thing. I literally like did a cool effect by random right now. Like, I don't usually do this type of effect, but I may use it from now on because it's so cool. So yeah, you can just like play. Basically, I just want to tell you how does the mask work. Mask is basically is telling the software at what parts you don't want the effect to happen. You can make it even. You can invert the effect to make the opposite happen. If you want like the effect to appear inside the mask and not outside, or you want the effect to appear outside the mask and not inside. So yeah, it's just as cool as this. You can even animate it in here in case if you want like the mask to have another shapes, rotoscoping and stuff. This like, but I don't like usually rotoscope in here. If I want to rotoscope, I rotoscope in VFX softwares because it gives me more like controls over this process. What else? Yeah, animation. I want to tell you like how to animate the effect, because after this I think we are done with effects. So let's say we want to animate the scale. Like, I want the image to be like focusing at a specific part. Then later in the video we want it to like get even closer. Like, we want the image to be like this. Later we want it to be like this. You see this little clock in here? This is the thing that lets you toggle the animation. When you turn it on, let's just like move this here a little bit first. When you move this thing on, it turns the animation mode on basically, and it gives you like a keyframe by default as a gift. I think that I should tell you what does keyframes mean. Keyframe is when you get like a timeline. For keyframe is the thing that is that exists right there at a specific frame, that carries specific properties, that tells the software that at this one frame we need the properties to be like this. And if I went to like, for an example, for another second or another frame, and we added another keyframe in here with another properties, it will carry another properties at this one frame. So if I navigate between these two frames, you will find that in between they are just like moving. This is basically the animation. It's just as simple as it is. You can also control the graphs for this one to activate the to adjust the smoothness and stuff. You can like adjust this handle to make it like start so fast then slow down at the end like this. like to get you like some high quality animation and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I just want you to take care that you are just like animating the scale property only in here right now, for example. So let's say for example if I want this part to be in here, but when I scale down at this part, I want to be like to focus on his shoe when it come up. When you come out, you'll find out that it's just like broken as it is, like this, because you didn't animate the position property. So you need to toggle the thing that you want to animate as well. Then you want to go to the other frame that you want to adjust the position at, and adjust the position. Now you're animating the position and the scale at the same time. So it's just like this. You know what I'm saying? And actually this timeline part in here, and also I want you to realize that I'm navigating in this part. This whole part is just the whole cut that I got right there, down there. Like the beginning in here is the beginning of the cut of this one clip, and the end of the timeline in here is the end of this one clip that we got right here. So it's pretty handy when you want to like edit prices precisely between keyframes and stuff. What else? So you can animate most of the values in here. You can even animate the sound. Like look, like let's for example animate this sound in here. Let's say that I want the video to start with no sound, and I want the sound to fade in slowly. So basically you got the animation toggled on by default in the audio effects for any clip here. For some reason we got the 0 dB. 0 dB doesn't mean that there is no sound. You do got sound. You don't get sound when you go with negative values and stuff. So let's say that I want the sound to be full at this part. So I will add a keyframe in here where I do got the sound to be at maximum volume that I'm going to use, and I will get back to the beginning of the video, and I will just decrease the volume of the sound until the minimum sound, where you basically don't get any sound by this. This is how you mute sounds in Adobe Premiere. You get it to the most negative value in here. So when you start playing, you see that the sound is fading in slowly. Look, I literally don't use speakers or putting the hand free in my ears, but I know what's happening right there. But let me just hear, how does this thing go? The music is vibe though. Okay, so this is basically how you animate an effect in Adobe Premiere. Also, you can disable an effect while it's just right there. Like for example, I want to disable the crop effect. I'll just toggle the effect on or off in here, or I can toggle the tint on or off as well, or I can turn them back on as again. And I want you to take care about this, because if you like disable the specific effect when you like start to export the video will get exported while the effects not showing on if you disable them, I think. So this is kind of like pretty handy if you like stacking effects on top of each other to get a specific one beautiful effect. So you like test them together. And by the way, the order of the effects can get you different results. So take care about this part. You can just like you want to first know what effect you want to apply first, then what second effect you want to apply after. Alrighty, what else? Yeah, and by the way, to just finish this one chapter about the effects, you will need to know how to learn as well, and I'll teach you how to learn as well, because you won't get everything from me about this video. I'll just like telling you about the basics, but later on you will have to finish by yourself, and it's just like much fun to do it. Like for example, let's say for example I want to, and it's pretty fast as well, and that's what I like about Premiere. If I just want to learn about a specific effect, I just like open my YouTube, a specific effect for an example. Like I want to make like this old TV effect for an example. I'll just type in how to make an old TV effect in Premiere Pro. It'll just like finish it for you. This is the one that I learned the effect from, by the way, but this one like looks kind of cool. Let's like watch it for the first time with you now.
I'm going to show you how to create this CRT TV effect in Premiere Pro. Drag grid onto my clip and then go up here under effect.
if you like have enough perspicacity, you can just like watch the full video and just implement after. Or like what I do, like I basically just pause and unpause all the time to like move step by step until I like understand the process in here. I mean, I understand what he's doing, but the thing that I may like miss a step or something, so I just want the exact effect, and I be like following 100%. But the thing that I understand what he's doing. If you don't understand, I think that it's just fine. You just need to do the effect. Great. This is just added on here. What else?
Effect controls and scroll down to the grid effect. I'm going to change this portion of anchor down to -5 and then change size from to width and height sliders. Right click, select save preset.
Yeah, this is the part now that I want to tell you about. In the end, as you can see, the effect that we got right here consists of a lot of effects at the same time. Even the coloring that we did here in the color tab got its effect in here. See? Okay. So the thing that Well, hello friends, welcome back on another day, on the 15th of April. Different look, different outfit. It's just like half an hour before I have to go to work. We got the boy, he's still in the same outfit. It looks like he didn't shower up since the last time, but we got something called washing machine, you know? I'm kidding, he's just gross, he don't take showers. He's just sitting right there, shaking it, as usual. What a loser. However, yeah, regarding the interface, you can even like reorganize the windows as you like. This is the window. When you get like the cursors changed to this icon, this means that you can just drag and drop anywhere you want. You get like this 5 little shapes here. Here means like leave it here in the middle, here leave it like the right of this one window, because this is like a window and this is a window, so this means that we're going to put it between these two windows. So I'll leave it here. And you can maximize any window by pressing that one letter right over the tab. Above the tab it's for approximate, I think, just to maximize whatever window. Like this is like the preview window here for what I'm editing. So for example, if you want to like watch in full view, you can like activate this one window that you want to maximize and hit this approximate icon button, I mean, to maximize. Then you can just watch. Or you can even hit control this one bottom as well, control approximate, just to maximize the whole video like this, as you can see. And however, if you messed anything up, again you can right click the window that you are working in and reset to saved layout. But I don't want to do this now because I've realized that lately I prefer having this one window that we were using here right there on the bottom left. I found out that it's better to be there because I prefer working like on a large area of the timeline. Also, it's kind of like better to have this thing centered in the middle instead of just like looking in the very upper right to just look at the preview. Man, it hurts my neck. God damn. So yeah, so my eyes just like focus most of the time on here and here. That's like my own preference, you know. Earlier, before I get this one new PC, I was using the 2 screens. I was even popping this thing out like this, and I was just like resizing this to take like the full screen like this, and I was leaving it on in the second screen, man. So I was like working all the time while this was. I miss this old days, man. But the thing that when I got this one new PC, this VGA type of cable is not like there in this one new PC, and this one old PC, this one old screen had this one VGA type of cable, and it was kind of like expensive to buy this converter, man. So I'm back to rock one screen now. What else? Yeah, did I tell you how to set the preset? Like for example, here we got this couple of effects, you right click, save preset, and you can write a description here so that you can organize your stuff, like how you want to save this, like to tell what does this preset do, and you can name the preset itself and hit OK. Then when you go to the effects here in the effect window where you can get the effects library, and you got under presets, you'll find the presets that I did already. Like I already found my old presets here. I got my rewind preset. When I drag it and drop it in here, I just want to do it on a raw video. Let me get you a raw video. Here, that's the effect I do. You just have like to add a text here or something, and you can give it like style in here. I'll give you digital, for example. But the thing that you can't like add text or graphic to your preset, because text is basically a thing and effect is basically a thing. So I'm just like re-adding this text again. Steve, make a motherfucking noise. You get me now? Basically this rewind effect was like a combination of a lot of effects like we did with the old TV effect. I even got that one old other TV, like the one that we did the last time. What was it? This was the one that we did, right? We just have to maximize again to fit the screen. Wait, here it is. See? That's the effect that we used. But this is the one that I made also. Even like months ago, for that's one musical video that I used before. You don't got the noise effect in here? Which is useful as well. So it's like kind of like I got multiple of choices now of my own library here, where I can check what's my preferences there and I can use. It's kind of cool, man. My videos is so vintage lately. I like that. However, now I want to talk about something here regarding optimizing the software, because like, as you can see here, when we got like a lot of effects like combined together, it's kind of like so laggy while playing. As you can see here,
versions and stuff.
Because the computer is computing, you know what I'm saying? There is a lot of ways to fix this, and it actually depends on your machine as well. So first of all, let me maximize this. We do got here this select playback resolution. I got it here on full because I'm rocking RTX lately, so I'm like video editing on the full resolution. Maybe you are not working, maybe you're currently working and your thing is so like you can just decrease the resolution a little bit. You can decrease it even more like this. Now we are now like working on the quarter of the resolution. You didn't feel a difference because we are on a still frame, but when we play, look,
Stuff.
we decrease the quality so much. Now we are not running into these lags. Maybe if you feel like you can increase the resolution a little bit, you can like try half.
It may be under another name, but
Yeah,
it may
kinda
be
like it,
under
but you can
other
see
name,
more
but
at least.
I
And if you are like even so strong,
don't know what is it. Wait, here it is.
I mean, I'm not that strong, but I'm rocking every software at the same time at the moment. I don't know if that's the reason or I'm just still weak. However, this preset is just like too intensive. What else? Regarding maybe like I did the effect already, and man, I wanna watch it before I export the full video in full resolution to check if this is the thing I actually want. I want to see the full resolution, man. So what? So let's see, for example, you're like working on a shot, and for example, you want to see the final result for this exact clip regarding the rest of the thing, and you're not going to export this thing now, okay? So there is actually a way that you can like fully get the full resolution with the full play speed in this one, which is rendering the sequence. So first, I'm not gonna render the whole sequence. As you can see, we got like 57 minutes. I'm not gonna render all of that, man. That's like tens of thousands of frames right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set an in and out thing in the sequence so that I can only control. So luckily the in and outs, we can adjust the in and out thing with the shortcuts I and O. Luckily the I and O are right beside each other in the keyboard, and I stands for in and O stands for out, so I don't know if this is a coincidence, but I don't think so. However, so let's say for example I wanna like start focusing on this part starting from here. I'ma hit N, then he will select from here to the infinity, because we didn't adjust our ending yet. So let's say I will go to this part. I'ma hit O. Now we... Damn, did I wear the same t-shirt that I'm wearing right now? Guys, I swear I got... I swear we got a washing machine. It's just a we just got washing machine, man. It's just a coincidence. I changed this t-shirt like hundreds of times before I get back on new. I shower, guys, but I'm sorry. I'm just like getting distracted. So yeah, now that we adjusted the in and out thing, we would like to render this part of sequence so that we can see the full resolution without exporting the video. Usually back in the day I was just like hitting enter to render. Here it works. It starts rendering. Can you see this color code here? This is red, this is yellow. After that we get the green when we fully render. I will render it now here. Let's get back to the part that I want to render. In, out, and render. I'm not organized, I know. Shut the fuck. I really wish that my PC understand that we already got an RTX and leave the fucking i5 alone. Now you're finding out that the line here is green. This green means that this thing will work smoothly and it's rendered somewhere on your PC. So when you can play with full quality and it's totally smooth.
It may be under.
You get me? And yeah, it's rendered somewhere on your PC. Let me check here. Maybe Adobe. You'll find something here called Adobe Premiere Pro Video Preview somewhere. And here is the Adobe PR tutorial. And here is the previews that we render right now in the sequence. This can get a lot of like storage on your PC, man, if you're like rendering a lot. Like for example, let me get you something here that had a lot of previews that I rendered. Maybe trying to make it out of the wood. I remember rendering a lot of stuff in the sequence here. See, we're almost 3 gigabytes, man, 2.5 gigabytes or something. That's because I rendered almost the whole sequence, man, because it got like a lot of VFX shots. So I just wanted to check the full resolution before I even export. Because I worked on this project for months, man, so I'm not gonna wait until it's all over to see the final result. So I was just like seeing the final result for the minor parts earlier. After you finish the project and you want to free your space, you can of course delete those videos. It won't delete anything of the project you're working on, but you're just like removing just free space. And if you want to re-render them later, you can always do at any time, and we will be more than happy to receive your call. What else? Let me just check my spreadsheets here about the point that I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to organize myself lately. Yeah, we talked about optimizing the software. I do have exporting here. We need to talk about exporting, and I want to get back to the text part to talk about something here, but I think I'm not gonna talk about it now. Yeah, there is a couple of other tools that I need to talk about it as well. We only talked about the select tool and the eraser, I think. Maybe the text tool, but we didn't like get into much details. But yeah, later we will get back again to tools, and to I'll tell you about another useful tools as well. Please stick to the end. You will be the coolest in the room. Yeah, by the way, regarding the preview tab, you can even like zoom here in case if you want to like see pixels, to see the details of the details. Then you can get it back to fit. You can even decrease it if you like got handles outside and you want to like pull it back or something. That's why I use this minimizing feature. I think that we should talk about coloring as well, but later, and also the audio. However, I did edit what I recorded from video editing here. The video is so cool. I love me, but I gotta get ready for work. I mean, I'm working right now. I mean, to get ready for wasting time. Goodbye, baby. I see you tomorrow. I miss you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, but before you hit that bed, there is this one thing that there is actually this one topic, not one thing, that we need to talk about as well, that I forgot to put in the video, and I'm putting it on the 7th of July right now, which is coloring. I don't know how did I forget to talk about coloring. So yeah, first let's just not waste any other time, let's go right into the thing. So I got like this one photo here. This apply for video of course because we are video editing, but yeah, I just like, let's say we got a photo, it apply for everything. So this is a photo of me chilling in the middle of the night, and I fucked up the coloring of the thing. Yeah, basically we was working in this tab, you would have to go to like, you don't have to, but the coloring layout, like arrange the interface for you so that it can help you like get into the coloring tools quickly. Here you can find like multiple options. This is the basic one, creative, and so on. We will dive into each one of these in details in a second. So first we need to fix this photo, right? Oh, the keyboard, it's disconnected again. One day I will buy a new keyboard for sure. The biggest for sure. The wiring. Got a lot going on my desk right now, but I manage. However, so yeah, we need to fix this photo to get it like something like this. This is the original one, right? So first, into the basic correction, you got something here called WB selector. I think this is a short for white balance. So basically what you need to do is to get that color picker from here, to activate this tool and select a part of the image when you know for sure that this is like clear white. Alright, so I know that this thing was like shining white here because of the light, because the t-shirt was white, and this is the whitest thing I can think of in this photo because the light was lighting up the thing so hard. So if I select this thing here, boom, fix the photo for me without touching any analog in here, without touching any of these sliders. Here is the main photo without the original photo. This is the one. So yeah, it didn't like fix it 100%, yeah, but it really did a lot in here. Actually the thing is that maybe this is not like working 100% as well because I didn't like select the white thing itself, right? Like look here, maybe the thing was not like white because actually my lightnings is not like clear white, it's like kinda a high temperature lamp. So the thing here maybe it's not like 000 white thing, so that's why it didn't get like fixed 100%. Maybe there is another factors, you'll never know. However, correcting the photo doesn't depend on, like, at least for the casual videos, one result that you must get in the end. Get like 16 million colors, man, which is really subtle to get the one color that you're looking for. I can select this even. Sure, yeah, you can definitely see a difference here how the photo got fixed when we did this. Alright, minor difference here. You can adjust it with the next sliders that I'm gonna tell you about right now, including the exposure. You can give it some exposure, increase it a little bit. Can still find like this photo is kind of like warmer, so you need to get the slider a little bit to the blue thing here. We have a lot of exposure now, decrease it a little bit. We need more now. Can even like get this here to edit while really solid thingy, or you can type in the number as well. Alright, now when talking about colors, first, what's colors? There is a spectrum of colors from the black to the white, and you got like mid-tones in it. And my VFX instructor told me actually once before in the course that BC doesn't see colors, it's just see black and white. You got 3 channels called red, blue, green. This is like nerdy stuff I'm talking right now. The more you increase in the white value in the red channel, for example, you will get more of red into the channel. This is kind of like not in place to talk about this right now, as I don't have like tools to work with, but yeah, we will get into this later in the upcoming videos. I just want to like keep the coloring in a little simple for you. So yeah, you get like a range of colors. So you got the lights, shadows, and which is like the little grays. You got like highlights. This is what's between the shadows and the very white colors in the image. You got like the really black colors in the end. Exposure increases like the brightness of the image a little bit. Whites just control the whites. If I to decrease this or increase it, I'll just increase and decrease the whites only. But exposure increases the brightness of the image overall a little bit. You got contrast. Contrast is basically the difference between the blacks and whites in your image. If I have like the colors of white to be in here in that image, let me actually see myself while I'm doing this. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that my hand is still in the frame. Okay, so if you got like the white colors in the image to be something like this and the black colors to be like this, if you increase the contrast, you just make the whites more whites and the blacks more black, and vice versa. If you decreased the contrast, you are decreasing the distance between the blacks and whites, and the image will become like monotonic a little bit. Let's actually see. Here it is. If I decrease the this is exposure. If I decrease the contrast a little bit, you'll find like it's now a little gray. It's like in the middle of the colors now, because they are getting closer to each other. Actually, my video editor instructor, not the VFX instructor this time, once told me that he doesn't like to use this contrast handle in here, because sometimes you just need to like increase the whites a little bit without decreasing the blacks that much, and vice versa. Sometimes you don't want to like decrease the white that much while increasing the blacks that much. So in order to fix this, you need to control the blacks on its own and the whites on its own. This is something that can be handled here in this curve window that I didn't get through yet. He used to do this like this shape with the thing to control the contrast. I'm not like a very coloring guy in here. I just like, yeah, actually. So basically here you were kind of like controlling the shadows and the colors that are closer to the black, and here you are kind of like controlling the colors that's close to the white. As you see, the whites only are the colors that are moving here while I'm controlling this part. So if I increase this, I really increase the whites in here, and this controls the rest, which is the blacks a little bit. Let me just get this here a little bit. So if I did this, I'm just controlling the blacks and the shadows in the image while leaving the white parts untouchable in the end. Alright? You can go crazy with this, like look this, man. So yeah, so in order to like increase the contrast while using this, you will do it with the curve like that. This is like a really high contrasty image right now that we did. However, sometimes you just like find that the shadows are just like fine, and you need to increase the whites a little bit like this. It's not like 1 + 1 = 2 thing here. It's like what your eyes are seeing. You need to like have a good eyes, good screen, and all that stuff, just so that you can see the real colors and feel what you're feeling comfortable about. And also, yeah, it's really got like this very artistic feeling, man. Like for example, while proceeding a little bit, we will add effects, not just like correcting the image in here. So let's just reset this. Here is the highlights, as well as I told you, there is shadows. The thing is that I don't know why my video editor instructor didn't just like tell me. He actually said that, but you don't have to just like do it with the curves. You can even control the whites only from this. But as you can see, this is like, even it's called basic correction. So this is like very basic controllings over here. Curves should give you more controllings. But let me actually tell you about the saturation. Saturation, saturate the color. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so what does saturating the colors mean? If you like got like, for example, a red. Let me actually get the Armory Crate type thing here that I color my RGB PC with it. For example here. For example, let's say that you got like this tone of the color right now, alright? If I to saturate the color, this means that you are dragging this a little bit into here to get more of that color. Let's apply this on the image that we got right now. If I saturate this, see, the yellow is getting more yellow, the red is getting more red, the green got more green. But if I decrease the saturation, you're losing more of the colors until you reach the zero effect. You're literally made a black and white effect right here. We got like a little yellow here, over here, and green and blue and so on. If I increase the saturation, notice the difference. It's more colorful now. It's kind of like you can see as well because it's like a low brightness a little bit, but let me try again. Here it is. See how this was the default image, and we increase the saturation, we get more of the colors into the image. Alright, that's it with the basic thingy. Let's reset. Boop. Oh, let's actually work on this one photo here, the original one. Now we with the creative tab. I don't usually use all of this actually. You got like some presets here for cameras, I think. I'm not sure. I don't use like this camera, so that's why I'm not touching this that much in the spirit. But I think that this, if you like getting like raw footages from cameras, so that you can have like the right thing for it, for everything. Here we got like intensity, we got faded film. You can sharpen the image. Notice how the image is really sharp right now. If I decreased the sharpness, it will get more blurry. Kind of both effect when it goes both ways, by the way. This is not like, we are not like correcting right now. We are just like getting creative to make the image have like an artistic look for a musical video or something, or a movie or whatever you're working on. I think that's why it's called creative now. We got vibrance. Vibrance, not really sure what was vibrance. I'm thinking like it was giving me more colors into the image, but I don't know what exactly is vibrance. Let me actually do a quick research. A tool that selectively intensifies the colors in an image, particularly those that are less saturated, while tending to protect skin tones and already saturated colors. Right, so it's basically saturation that we talked about earlier, but it just got like technical codings in it. It seems so that it can protect some already saturated colors. Like for example, I got like a very saturated brown skin right now here, so I'm just like saturating images here, but it's kind of like glitchy, I think, because yeah, it's kind of like a smart thing. Smart objects need like special treatments. Doesn't work like 100% all the time. I'm assuming right now, by the way. I don't usually use this, but I understand. We got like the highlight tints. For example, I need the white colors to be a little purple, and the shadow tint I want it to be a little yellow. But the thing is that shadows are a little bit like black, so you won't see the effect all the time. Or you can just like see here while I'm rotating around the color window. See how, like for example, we got like this little Indian green effect in the background. But yeah, the whites appear the most as we have. Yeah, I think it depends on what did I choose in the highlight as well. This is very like psychedelic. My eyes are, I'm kind of like getting crazy because of these lightnings, by the way. However, we got like tint balance as well. Oh, let's for example said I want the highlight to be blue, the shadows to be green. If I did balance, you see what it's doing right here. It balanced between if you need more blue or more green. We got the matrix effect right here. Never watched the movie, by the way, but I know the thing. Let's go with curves. Yeah, I already told you about the curves, but here we got like other cool stuff as well. We got like hue versus sat, which is saturation, hue versus hue, hue versus luma. What all of this stuff are. For example, let's say for example, I just need to increase the saturation of Jake's skin only. So I'm gonna take the pick color tool and pick up the color of Jake. You will get like a little range around the colors that you picked here on the color spectrum. Let's say for example, if you increase this a little bit, now you increase the tone of Jake only, of this color only. If like for example, we got like little of Jake's color on the matte as well. So see the difference when I enable and disable the image. Right, so I didn't touch the saturation of any other color except like that color and what we got around it a little bit. We got that theme thing here, but hue versus hue. This means that I need to change the color of something. For example, let's say I want to change the color of Jake again. I'm gonna pick Jake. Now we got like this other perpendicular spectrum right here. See how we just changed the colors a little bit to purple, but without changing the rest of the color. Like I'm still brown, my mouse is still red, but yeah, the yellow tones here are just the tones that got changed with here. If I like change this a little bit, I will increase the range with it, as you can see here, which will basically change the color as well. Like, where is my tune, man? Yeah, if I got like this a little bit as well, I included the brown colors. Now I'm starting to change skin with the thing as well. But yeah, this is like a pretty handy thing, and you just need to change the color of something, but just be careful, as you might change some of the backgrounds as well, if the backgrounds got the same color of the thing you need to change. Like, for example, we got like this green ball right there. Let's try it. Green ball means like green screen, which is like a very rare thing. So I believe if I change this, I should be just changing the ball color. Yeah, as you can see, I just changed the ball color because it was the only green thing in here. It's like a green screen thingy. Alright, we got the same thing with Luma. Luma means brightness. Let's, for example, increase the brightness of just Jake. So on. Got Luma versus saturation, saturation versus saturation. That's basically when you get like this kind of tune in the image overall that is not saturated properly. That's it with the curves, color wheel. That's in case if you need to like adjust the highlights on its own, mid-tones on its own, and the shadows on its own. Shadows will do the most effect in here, as you can see, most of the image consists of shadows. My angle is kind of like showing the dark side of me lately. Either it's shadows, highlights, or mid-tones. When you double click a slider, by the way, I've been doing it without telling you. When you double click a slider, you reset it to the default value. Here we got the HSL secondary thing. Okay, what's this about? Sometimes you need like to select a range of tones. Let's say the yellow colors for Jake again. Here you can turn this color gray thing on, because this will show you what exactly you are picking. If you increase this slider a little bit, you can try to tweak this a little bit as well, until you get more of what you're trying to pick. But yeah, you're just gonna keep tweaking. Actually, when I was trying this today before I start the video, I was trying to like pick the matte. So I was like tweaking here until I just picked the matte without picking any other stuff. But yeah, you're picking some of Jake as well, because as you can see, Jake got a lot of tunes with the matte. They got a lot in common. After you select, actually yeah, you can also decrease by the selection by checking this one in here. Like, for example, let's try to decrease Jake. But yeah, you're gonna tweak, and you can either add more. If you, for example, want to add me a little bit, we'll increase the range of what you're selecting in here. Yeah, so H is for hue, S for saturation, and L for luminosity, the brightness. So you're picking according to all of these metrics here first. Under that, you start to do the effect on what you selected. So we was just basically selecting here. Now you're gonna select. So let's say, for example, you need to denoise this. You can blur it so that the effect doesn't be like very sharp, as we are not selecting very solid, while we're not like selecting with details in here. Now we do the correction. Actually, let's disable this now. If you, for example, get like this green effect, now you got the effect here on what we already selected only. I'm still not green. We just got the matte and the parts of Jake to be green. If I increase the blurriness a little bit, you'll find that the effect is kind of like fading. It's kind of like we got the house infected now type of effect. Pretty cool actually. Man, I'm learning stuff here while trying with you. Can we saturate this even more? I'm doing the effects, man. You can also adjust them 3 tune ranges on its own as well. You can even add some temperature. Yeah, basic correction in here. Let me actually reset, or actually disable it for now. We got this vignette effect. Vignette is kind of like the effect that I was doing in the whole video around my face cam, but actually I did do it in another way, which was basically an effect that I got from the effect library and did put here on my face cam. Here it is. Vignette is actually when you have like this roundy edges around the thing. Let's actually tweak. Let's tweak. I gotta tweak or whatever you call it. Here you're increasing the amount of the vignette or decrease it. So yeah, we need to have it like a little bit like this. You get like the midpoint roundness. How round do you want this to be? You can like do this to get like the effect that I told you about. Get the midpoint in a little bit like that. Can now feather this a little bit so that you don't get like these sharp edges. Maybe you'll have to feather it in the other direction. Oh no, you don't have to feather. Man, I can see with the screen. You'll have to tweak a little bit more actually. And you're gonna keep tweaking. It's all about tweaking in this job. Here. Got the effect done. But I got my mouse out of the thing somehow. However, yeah, this is not the way I do this effect anyway, so you will find your way through to get the 100% result you need in the end of the day. You got a solution for everything. When you do coloring, and whenever you go to the coloring tab while selecting an object like this in here, you will get the effect listed here in the effect list under lumetary color. You got every basic correction creative that we have been talking with right now, and we got the controlling with it in here as well. So yeah, what I want to tell you about that, this is like an effect, by the way, because this thing is a really important thing as well. There is something here real quick called adjustment layer. You usually make it from here. It will usually get you like the default settings that match the sequence that you're having, but if not, you can just adjust it from here. Hit OK, you'll get the adjustment layer listed in here. You can drag it and drop it above the layer you want to add the effect on. So what's the purpose of this thing? If I to add colorings on this thing here, for example, let's add stupid coloring so we can see the effect. However, you got like this special effect. For example, if I hide this layer or remove it or do whatever, it will have the effect on both images. So what's the purpose of this? That's if you don't want to like stack the effects here on a specific layer, you can just stack in here. This got like a pretty good benefit so that you can like you can drag it and drop it along whatever you want, man. And if you got like on the other image here that we were working on, you will find that the effect is still going. Look, see how the effect is still going whenever, but once I delete that layer or hide it or go whatever, the effect goes. So what I'm saying is that this adjustment layer is like carrying the effects, and when you put it above the layer that you want to add the effect on, it will apply the effect underneath, under whatever, man, under whatever, for real. What else? You can also, yeah, I had to tell you about this as well. Let's say for example, like I got this face camera in here. I still didn't apply that effect, round effect. Oh, I did already. All right. Let's say for example, let's make like a case in here. I got like this face camera in here. I was like doing some editing, got tons of cuts. So man, I want to add like this one effect, round the effect thing that I told you about. I really forgot the name of the effect, man. Roughness. Here it is. Roughen edges. Decrease the scale a little bit to center it a little bit in here. I really forgot how I was doing it, man. Here, this should be roughened actually. Right, so you need to adjust the border a little bit like this. Add some of the borders. Decrease the sharpness, edge sharpness. Adjust the influence a little bit. Why is it still not roundy? Oh, because I got like this black in as a part of video as well. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Here. Okay, so we need to apply the crop first, then we will have the roundness after. Alright, so now we are counting the actual edges as the edges here. That we are counting the edges after we cropped. Then we're doing the roughing edges after. If you did have the roughing edges before, as you can see, this is part of the actual video. So he was doing like the effect like around in here. No, we need to tell him that we need the effect to happen starting from here. So you need to pull the crop first, then you will have the roughing edges will find that you're having a video cropped starting from here. Even if you crop now, this effect should be moving along with it as well until you get the, like this. Okay, alrighty. You can leave like the same value in both here so that you can keep it symmetric, so that when you center the video, you find the video centered perfectly. Alright, so we got like couple of effects here, crop, roughness, and so on. Let's say for example, after I did that cut, I went here. Oh my god, I'm not gonna apply all of that again on every single cut in here. That's gonna be really be painful, man, in there. So how to fix this? To do this, you need to right click copy, or just Control C, the casual copying you do. Then you select the tool that I've just told you about, that saves it. And you need to take care, by the way, while you edit, to know what you're having in this channel. So for example, I managed to put my face cam in a specific channel and do not move it again, because I'm preparing to just edit this channel on its own to add this effect on it in the end. Alright, so now I've selected all of my face cams in here. If I shift select, for example, I usually put my face cam in here in this channel. So I shift select, now I'm just selecting my face cams in here. We will do the same here. Alright, so right click, you'll find something here called paste attributes. Do that. Now you need to take care in here, because sometimes you don't want to copy all of the effects you're having on the channel that you're copying from. You just need to copy the motion of this one segment, and the crop effect, and the roughness effect. Sometimes you may be adding like a voice effect on a specific segment. You don't want to add this, so you just uncheck it, for example. So on. When you hit OK, we applied every single thing: the scale, the cropness, and the roughness. So when you move along the video, you still have everything. Take care about the movement as well, because sometimes you'll be like, for example, putting the camera down here, get it in the middle of the frame, like what I'm doing here. So if you copy pasted the movement effect, it will just replace the layer and retransform them according to what is a segment that you copied from. My language is kind of like by the way. Don't worry about it, I'm just like trying to clarify everything here. Alright, what else? That's it with copy and pasting the effects. Wanted to tell you about this, by the way. Now for the last part before I get off that fucking camera, I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna tell you how to remove a green screen. This is gonna be like a really fast and quick thingy. Let me actually get a footage of a green background in my folder here called good stuff for editing. So let's say, for example, I got like this cat saying huh, here it is, huh, huh. Alright, so in order to remove the green background in Adobe Premiere, there is an effect that you need to add called Ultra Key. Here it is, it's under keying. There is another effect actually, but Ultra Key is the most powerful in Adobe Premiere, I believe. I'm not sure if there is something more powerful, but this is the most powerful thing regarding removing the background in Adobe Premiere. Alright, so here you got the effect here on that layer. You need to select what key color. Sometimes you have a green background, sometimes it's blue. So you need to check whatever the color you want to remove. Boom! Work is done! However, let me actually show you how it's removed actually. Now you got the background to be in an alpha channel, so this can show up in front of the camera like this. Like, look, I am that cow now. Wait, actually that's a car. That's a car, yeah, and that's not the cow. Alright, so let's watch the video.
This video hopeful. And
Huh?
yeah, I wish you all the first of your day.
Alright, so yeah, you told me it's more powerful thingy. Yeah, it's powerful because it gives you a lot of controls actually, like matte generation, cleanup, spill suppression, color correction. Oh my god, that's a lot to tweak actually, but not in this exact case that we're working on, because this is like a pretty clean material we got right now. But sometimes you got like pretty trash material like the one I got right here. Here is like an old footage I was working on back in the day when I was working on the musical video. Pretty trash, right? Let's pull this in Adobe Premiere real quick. Alright, let's add that effect in here. Alright, so let's now select the green background. It already did a lot of the work right now, but as you can see we got like a lot of this trash, because this is not was like a just one tone green thing we got right now. We got shadows splitting all over the green carpet thingy, so that's why you need to tweak with these options right now. Of course you're not gonna remove like this white. Adobe Premiere is not like seeing the thing and drawing it for you. It's just removing the green color. We got like a lot of other techniques actually to remove the background, but let me actually take care of the green splash over here. So highlights should be, this should be adjusting the highlights that you're having on the green thingy. Shadows, this is the shadows. Like for real, look dog, we literally solved the issue in here. Here is, we got like the tolerance. You need to adjust. Pedestal should be giving like some, and after you end all of this, you need to clean up a little bit. You need to soften, because as you can see, what the fuck is this, bro? You need to add like a little choke actually, like eat a little bit inside of your layer thingy, because sometimes you leave like these green edges here, so you can like add a little choke. Now we got rid of all of the greens around me, kind of, and you can soften it a little bit as well. So of course we were having like a really bad results, because it was like the whole recording was all wrong, man. You should get like a better recording. Like for example, man, when watching that video, look, we got a lot of noises splattered all over the place. So you know what I'm saying. You can adjust the contrast here. This contrast is a thing between the green and your thing as well, I think. You got the midpoint. The midpoint is what's between you and the green screen as well, or whatever the thing that you are removing. What else? You got, I'm looking for the feather actually, not gonna lie. Spill should be adjusting when you, sometimes when you're working with green screens, when you do the recordings, you will find some of the green colors splattered on the thing that you're removing itself. Like for example, look, we got some green stuff in here. So when you increase that value, I believe it decreases this issue a little bit. What's going on? We got like nice effects here actually. We're gonna help you some way. Color correction as well. After you finish, sometimes you need to fix, because Ultra King sometimes like mess up the thing. But you know, I don't know why this is here, but as you know, after we finish we can just go into the coloring correction window and correct all of this. But yeah, it's just right here in case if you want it. Actually got like a really strong effect here, to be honest. Really strong effect. That's it with color correction. Pedestal. Yeah, pedestal be fixing a lot actually. But you know, you don't have to turn all the values to 100. Sometimes you need to tweak. But where is feather? Where is the feather? I think the feather is this. However, yeah, you still got like this wall thingy. Ultra Key has nothing to do about it. It's just removed the green for you. Let's actually see this alpha channel as well on something else. Like here, man. I'm sitting on Adobe Premiere. Standing on business, bitch. That's beautiful. However, yeah, this is not like the most advanced background removing in the world. Sometimes you need to remove it with VFX softwares. I do like these softwares. I work with them a lot. I do really love to work with Nuke actually. Got like another techniques as well while removing, nothing with color keying, but just like you draw and mask the video yourself. It's called rotoscoping actually. It's like masking an image in Photoshop, but you do it for a video now. Sometimes you integrate both color keying and rotoscoping as well. So you remove the green screen. Like for example, this is a usable footage that I got right here. There is another way after we remove this green screen, so that I don't have to like draw over the whole video. I just have to draw over this part now and remove all of other bullshit and crop it away. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't have like to draw around me with all of the details. So that's why I was using this green screen in this exact footage, so that I don't like draw the whole me. When I was actually making our VFX show reel in here, I got like footage for Saleh, my bro. So here we got the show reel. Here is bro. This is not like a green screen or anything, man. I used to mask him with my mouse and keyboard every single day. This was the most painful green screen thing, man. Here, this is like the actual footage. I masked them with the mouse and the keyboard. Drawing. I'm moving the drawing along, and this is like a really kind of like simple process, but it's exhausting a little bit. Let me talk to you about it later when we start talking about Nuke. But yeah, this is like the quick thing that you do with the green screen. Having like recordings recorded finally with the green chroma is pretty handy and useful. It's not a smart thing to record like a whole thing and just draw along it, man. Have green screens and use them. But yeah, you use masking because sometimes it's clean. Alright, I think I covered most of the most essentials in Adobe Premiere right now. I mean, there is a hell of a lot to talk about in this project, in this software, but yeah, whenever you try to like find tasks for Adobe Premiere or find like little jobs, they be asking for the ability to do the stuff that I've just educated you today. So, and we can talk about a little bit more again is in the upcoming, but I just want to like keep this film for what we got right now. So yeah, I will keep you with the rest of the video that I've just recorded earlier. Got the outro in here, won't have to do the outro again. The 7th of July, Abdu is Audi.
Okay, alright friends, I'm back again on another day, the 29th of June. The last time I was here in that video was on the 15th of April. God damn, I've changed a lot even, things said. I'm kinda like frustrated, exhausted, fucked up, but I'm trying to get back on the grind. I'm home alone right now, trying to get back to flood my channels with videos. Didn't upload since months, man. Shit is kinda sad. Now I wanna take care of that video first, cause I want bro to watch it so that he can edit my videos. Let me just see what I want to talk about first real quick. Video editing tutorial. Tool select razor duration. Select all before and after text effects. Animating effects, saving an effect preset, it's done already. Optimizing the software and exporting. There is something else I wanna add, which is how to edit like overlays over the videos. I mean like how to add videos with 2 layers over each others. Like when you edit a gaming video and you want a face cam on it, or like the video like I'm recording right now and I'm having like 2 videos being recorded at the same time, the screen and my face cam. So how can I sync both together when there are 2 different files? This is kind of like important because yeah, usually you'll get multiple footages for the same thing at the same time, so you need to learn how to sync them together. Is there anything else I need to talk about in that software? Let me take a look. No, I think that should be it. If there is any tips and tricks, I will just edit in a separate video or in a short or some. But yeah, I just like got you all the essentials to start working. Okay, so let me actually tell you about the rest of the tools that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I believe that we talked about the selection tool. Yeah, we didn't talk about this yet, or not even this yet. We'll talk about them in a second. Yeah, I think that I need to talk to you about transitions as well. Let's add transitions. Come closer to me, babe. Man, I sleepy pee. Just woke up from this one sleep. This one sleep was too damn deep. Because the day before I was like, spent a whole day and night outside the house, man. And I was about to get oofed. But no worries, I'm still alive. I mean, life's kinda hard, man. The house is kinda like giving me an anxiety, so that's why I'm trying to stay outside. That's why I'm away from the computer for so long, that I don't make more videos. But I'm 3 days off nowadays, so kinda feels like I'm partially alive now. I'm trying to organize my head right now. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so let's talk about this tool first. This tool, actually, when you find like this little triangle right there beside the tool, this means that when you hold that tool, you will find that this is like a folder that contains multiple of other tools. What does this tool mean? The track select forward. When you select this tool, this means that whenever you select anything, it's gonna select whatever you got after until oh, that keyboard got disconnected. Until the end of the sequence. Like we even selected there. Like if I clicked here, I will select every single thing on the sequence until the end of the sequence. We got the alternative for this. We got, if I want to select backward, when you hold here and select this one, you got this. Or you got the short keys for this as well. A select forward, Shift A select backward. And when you select Shift, wow, I'm just like realizing this right now with you. If I just hold Shift and select this, you will just select one channel. This is pretty like handy, not gonna lie. What else? The ripple tool. Ripple tool means like, let's get a footage in here. The amazing world of Gumball footage. Let's say for example, I've just edited this part and deleted it. And I connected the thing. Okay. Let's say, man, I did cut too early in here and there is another area in here that I wanna delete. So the ripple tool, I usually get it by n. If you did that with the ripple tool and dragged the cut like this, it will increase from the previous part and will decrease from the next part, and vice versa. If you got it right there, it will decrease from the first part and will get back some parts from the next cut. You can even, like, if you got multiple channels, by the way, you can do that to the same channels at the same time. You can select this cut and hit shift to select the other cut at the same time and do the thing. Like, look what happens to the voice. I'm getting some points from here when I drag like this and decrease from this, and vice versa. Alright, now let's talk about how to sync two videos together. Let me actually get this footage again from the tutorial. Here is a face cam, for example. You're gonna drag it from your folder. You're gonna have like for example, my way is kinda like weird. I used two OBSs at the same time. I just open it twice, man. And I hit record here and here at the same time. Then when I finish recording, I get like two separate files. For example, I got here this one footage of me when I was playing Minecraft randomly on a day of exams. Here is the face cam of me playing, and here is the gameplay itself. Completely two different footages. Alright, so yeah, you drag both files in Adobe Premiere like I showed you earlier. Let's, for example, drag this face cam, and this is the footage that of the screen that I recorded. You will find that they may have the same history, the 15th of April, the 15th of April, and they both got same sizes because you hit start and stop at the same time. Right, the thing is that they are never the same length, or even though if they are. That's why, because clearly you take some time until you move from the mouse from the first start recording to the other start recording. So this will never make the video start at the same time. And even though if you like got thing that makes you like click at the same time, we are humans. In the end of the day, we are not robots. So there is imperfections in making the two footages match each other. So how can we fix this in editing? Whoever is gonna provide you with the footage, he should leave like the same thing that's happening in both videos. You should do something significant before start recording that's gonna exist in both files. Usually it's gonna be like in the sound, something like snapping or clapping. You just say something here, and while doing this, you're gonna have the same input running at the same time here in both OBS. Like I got the input here running and the input here running. So let's say now I got the same sound existing with the same pattern and the same space between them in both files. They are identical now at this second. After that, you just wanna like mute and unmute while still in the same recording. Let's say I'll mute the input in the screen recording and I'll start the output because I wanna like hear the system sounds or something, and I'll just keep the my voice in with the face cam just to organize everything, and I'll just keep the screen recording with the system sounds to record the game music or something. You get me now? Alright, that's it with the recording. So you should either if you're gonna record your footage, do something like this in the recording so that you don't mess it up, or whenever somebody provide you with footage to edit them, he should like get you something like this in the footage. So here, for example, what I was doing here.
Hello.
What was I saying, man?
Hello. Hello.
Wait, I'm muting both.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Alright? So yeah, usually you're gonna solve this thing like visually, not by just hearing. Like, you're gonna watch the waves here, you're gonna keep on zooming until you do the best, the closest zoom. Then you're gonna just fix it, like even the one frame. Sometimes there is imperfections, like it may like slide a tiny bit, and you're not gonna be able like to sync them together because you're limited on frames. But the sound like can expand within the single frame, so that's why you don't have to worry about it. I don't really care about it. I just keep it the closest. There is a way to fix that little imperfection, by the way, like to adjust the sound itself and stuff. But yeah, it really doesn't matter, bro. You're not like, this is for casual videos, you know, single frame difference between you and the sound doesn't really matter. After that, you don't need that old syncing part. Yeah,
Hello.
First look,
Hello. Hello.
all is synced perfectly. After that, you don't really need all of this stuff in here, so you're gonna just delete that.
Well, hello friends, welcome.
And then the video starts from here, and then you just keep editing those videos together. Now let's say I wanna like start editing. I will just get the razor, hit shift, I will cut this in here, get another cut in here. By hitting shift while using the razor lets you cut like the two layers together, and then I'm hit Q right here. So however, whenever I do cut something and drag it back, I drag the layer underneath or the layer above with it at the same time, so that they don't get desynced again, okay? So that they don't get asynchronous. Speech 100. That's enough with syncing. It's just that simple. Now let's talk about transitions a little bit. There is something here in the effects tab. Underneath here you will find something called video transitions. You will find a library of transitions that comes with Adobe Premiere. I believe that you can download some as well, but yeah, this is like the default here. The keyboard got disconnected again. Fucking hell. Man, I need to get a new monitor and new keyboard and stuff. So let's say for example I wanna drop like a transition between this part and this part. So what I'm gonna do is right now is I'm gonna let's for example I decided to take this cube spin. You can either drop it in here or right in the middle or from the start of the next footage. Usually you gotta drop it in the middle. I'm sorry, let's just apply this for a one layer footage right now first. Let's say for example I got this part in here and this part in here. Now let's do that transition here in between. While they're in the class, then they are in the library after. Alright, I got a cube span. I'll drop it in here in the middle. Now watch what happens. Pop. PowerPoint type transitions right there. It's kind of fun. Transitions kind of fun though. I always forget to use them, but yeah, they're fun. Alright, so you got a little controls here over the transition itself. See how the transition starts whenever I start moving from this line here. It starts flipping. When we are in the middle of the cut, we are in the middle of the transition itself. Then it keeps working until the end here. Then here the transitions ends. Alright, you got a little controls, like you can expand it a little bit to make it slower. Here you can decrease it a little bit to make it faster, like boop, boop. You can even control the duration here from something here. Then you can go places with this one in here. Like if I apply this in musical videos, that would be something else. Oh yeah, you can reverse it from here if you wanted to go the other direction and so on. What if, again, let me just delete that transition and re-add it again. What if I now, when I added here, like in that part of the video, it will just start the next cut
fully without the transition. You get me? Like you will just do the transition, the whole transition will happen before the next cut, and it will show like some of that video, like if it was like expanded in here, like if you choose. So take care of this thing in here. If you, for example, cut something in here and you don't want it to happen, like for example I don't want to see that part anymore, and I cut it, alright, and I get that transition in here. In that middle transition it will show the part of that footage that you deleted earlier, alright. So take care about this again. Yeah, for example, anyway, you're gonna rewatch the video multiple times and you're gonna rewatch the transition, so if you found a problem you're gonna be able to fix it for sure. Let's like see another varieties of transitions. You got this flip in here. Yeah, it got like this little gray background. You can, I believe that you can change it, for example. Yeah, here you can add another color. Let's keep it red, for example. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Cross dissolve. This is, or additive dissolve. Something like that. Add some of like blends with opacity decrease. Usually, like, to be honest with you, I don't like, sometimes, most of the times actually, I do like this type of transition myself. I don't like drag and drop transitions usually. Like for example, I put like the layers under each other like this, and when I start the transition from here, for example, when the video gets dissolved, I think I talked about this earlier in the last footages. When you animate the opacity, I'll put a keyframe in here, then another keyframe with the opacity gonna be 0%. So when you rewatch, the video will be dissolving. This is kinda like a transition that I made myself right now with combining effects. So this is what transition is all about actually. It's like a preset of animated effects that you are just dropping and control to do the effect. Side flip that we did right now, we got like this 3D effect that you can do right here that help you flip everything. It's called, should be called 3D. Yeah, basic 3D, here it is. When you drop it here in the video, you can swivel or tilt or get it far away, so on. You can go places with this one, by the way. But yeah, let's get back to the transitions. Let me just check more, because I don't use them actually, but they're kind of fun. There's something here called iris. I want to know what does this mean actually, to be honest. Wow! Wow, that's actually perfect to do something like classic. I think like I saw this type of transition in the Amazing World of Gumball cartoon actually. This is gonna be perfect actually. You can, I may use it sometime. The thing that I always forget to use them, man. Got like this checker wipe as well. What does this word mean even? Venetian? That's something else, man. Yeah, so that's it with transitions. Now let's talk about export. Let's say like I finished all of that sequence from second 0 until the end at hour 1 and 2 minutes and so on. So how can you export it? First you go to file, you'll find something here called export. So you need to choose media to export the video in a video format so that you can watch it and upload it and so on. You're gonna get that window, the export settings, or you can hit what I'm hitting lately to export, the shortcut for this one here, the Control M. Alright, we'll get you this as well. Now let's talk about the settings. First you gotta decide what format do you want to export this with. Usually I choose this one here, the H.264, because this find the balance between the size and the quality, and this is what like the social media is used to most of the times at the moment, because especially YouTube and so on, because yeah, it's just not like a big file size and keep some of the quality. Maybe if you're like working on a film or something like professional, you will need to look into something else. I didn't get the opportunity to do so I'm not like usually use something else other than this one for now. But yeah, I used a couple of other stuff like audio in here, like we got waveform audio, the wave, WAV, if you're like working with audio sometime you'll know that one here. You got MPEG 3. Isn't there any MPEG 3 here? Alright, maybe it does. Oh, here it is, MP3, yeah. And also there is a JPEG to export a file sequence, TIFF to export an image sequence as well. You got GIF. I remember seeing GIF. Where did it go? I'm sorry. I remember using GIF. Here is GIF if you wanna like make a GIF from video, and that's it. So let's say for example I will just go with that format now to export the video for YouTube. Under here you'll find presets, a lot of presets actually. The first couple of presets are called match source. What does that mean? This means that it will just analyze the properties of the source of the video that you're created or the sequence that you're working on, and they will just get you like the settings that gonna match your input source. Like for example here the source is saying 1600 times 900 resolution, 30 FPS and so on. So you'll find out that the output is gonna be from this presets here, gonna be the same, the 1600 times 900 FPS. What am I saying, man? My head is too tired. Yeah, 1600 times 900 resolution and 30 FPS and so on. But it doesn't match the bitrate, as to be honest with you. It seems that this presets doesn't match the bitrate. So you're gonna either decide what bitrate do you want: high bitrate, medium bitrate, adaptive high bitrate. I think the adaptive analyze, I'm not really sure actually, to be honest with you, and so on. The bitrate is a very crucial thing that you need to work on, by the way. It's down here, the target bitrate. We're gonna talk about it in a minute, but let's just talk about this first. Or you can even like got like presets for the platform that you're gonna work on right now. Like you got Facebook, you got even Twitter and Vimeo and YouTube and so on. So let's say I'm working on a 1080p YouTube video. Here it is. Now the output is not gonna match the source. It's gonna be a 1920 times 1080 resolution and 30 FPS. And down here, by the way, if the frame rate didn't match for some reason, you can just uncheck this box and change whatever the FPS you're working on. But yeah, it's just match it for you. It's keep it 30. And notice with me how when I decided to add like other kind of properties here in the export settings, the preset name changed from YouTube 1080 to custom, because we are making a custom settings now for this exact one video. Alright, now let's talk about the bitrate. What's bitrate? What's bitrate? Let me give it a quick search. I know what's bitrate, but I just wanna know how to explain it to you. Bitrate refers to the rate at which data is processed or transmitted, typically measured in bits per second, alright? Or megabits per second, like in our case right now. It essentially quantifies the amount of data used to represent audio, video, or other digital content within a given time frame. Let's say I will keep this at 10 megabits per second. I think that every second should cost you 10 megabits. Bitrate matters in the quality in the video and stuff like showing like some noises in the video, and when moving the camera so fast and moving the objects too fast, you will realize it the most. Like for example, I remember like I recorded this footage of Minecraft in here, and I forgot to like raise the bitrate of the OBS thing to record with more quality, and I fixed that issue in the second footage in here. So let me show you the difference. Here is this footage in here.
We'll place it on my floor or
realize how it's like kinda feels like
hold on.
somebody spitting on the screen. Even in the far distance stuff you can see like shit. Now notice the difference with the second footage in here.
Hello.
Wait, I didn't fix that issue? Don't you fuck with me. Okay, no worries. I remember another footage that I fixed this issue in the middle. The Forza Horizon footage. So yeah, first I started recording. I think this is a good footage, by the way, just 1 second. This was the bad footage. Here it is. Look. Don't give me the gameplay. This is same resolution, by the way. How like you feel like in the edges kinda like pixelated a little bit. Even when the camera is moving kind of like so fast. At the logo here, you won't find like the detail. You feel like it's kind of like blurrier, you know. Now let's check the other footage, because this got like a higher bitrate, you will find like it's more sharp in here, like at the logo. I will try to put it side by side in the video while editing this video. So basically, yeah, higher bitrates are better for better quality. Lower bitrates are better for smaller file sizes. So you'll have to decide. And usually now in this period, actually, I decided to be like a little wise while using this setting in here, because if you like got a really high bitrate and you decided to upload that video for YouTube are gonna decrease that quality anyway, because YouTube doesn't want to keep a high size files on his cloud. I mean, there is way a lot of people, man, that uploads videos on YouTube every day, so YouTube is not gonna keep with all the sizes, man. Like for example, I remember when I was like uploading a 2 gigs video or some on YouTube, when I decide to like re-download that video again on my computer, it become like a 200 megabits or something. So yeah, it really compress the video, man, so that they can keep up with their cloud. So you need to kind of find like a balance for whatever the size of your video. For example, currently we're working on a 1080p. It's not like a really 1080 because my screen is a 1600 x 900, but let's assume that it's a 1920 x 1080 / 30 fps. So what I'll do right now is, what is the good bit rate for 1080p 30 fps for YouTube? Pretty simple search on Google. Seems that my internet is kind of fucked up right now. It's kind of annoying, man. I'm facing this issue since a couple of days. Alright, AI usually be answering this question for me nowadays. Let me recharge my headset, by the way. It was me all the day yesterday. I like went running, and after that I went to my friends. After that I kept with my other friends. Then we go played games with other friends. It was a really long day, man, and this headset was with me all that day. So alright, however, because I'm really tired of waiting, I'm impatient these days, to be honest with you. Okay, we got here the answer. So yeah, for a 1080 30 fps video, YouTube recommends a bitrate between 300 and 600 kilobits per second, which usually a 3/6 megabits per second according to YouTube help. However, AI gives a different answer every time. Like here, for 1080p 30 fps, YouTube suggests a minimum bitrate of 3 megabits per second for AV1 and H.265 codecs, and 10 megabits per second for H.264. 264 is the one that we are working with. So yeah, I use 10 megabits per second for a 1080 30 fps video. And since I got like a better machine, sometimes I'll be recording like 30 fps video. This may require a different bitrate. Yeah, just ask Google about it every time, he will help. Anyway, video is a video in the end of the day. Your touch and your art is really what matters, and you're just trying to like adjust these settings, the export settings, because you really want to keep most of the quality, and you want to keep some file size as well, because it really matters, man, whether you're gonna store it on the computer or not. Because yeah, if you want to store some videos, man, you don't want to like store a couple of minutes videos that takes tons of gigs, you know what I'm saying? One of the most important things is the output name and the path. When you click here, you can rename the video here. Let's say we finish this video, I'm gonna say video editing tutorial or whatever, and you gotta look for the where you want to save it on the computer. Let's say I'm gonna save it in that file that we are in right now. Let's hit save. Now the data is right here, the output name, and you got the output path here as well, robot video editing tutorial. Then you hit export. It will start encoding the video, and after this finish, you will find your video on the computer. You can either rewatch it, or keep it to watch, or upload it somewhere, or just deliver it to a client, however your situation is. And yep, that's pretty it. Let's check if there is something else I didn't talk about. That's all actually for me today.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say, man?
I am not.
Bro, stop jaking it, man. We all stop jaking it. It's summertime, which means it's grinding time, bitch. Put all the bad habits away. Be productive. Life is hard, it's competitive, and find God. Keep the grind, ladies and gentlemen. That was all for today, actually, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, may get you the tips and tricks later, by the way. If you face like any little issue while editing, just type me down in the comments, and I'm gonna either reply with it in another videos if it's gonna be a simple one, or maybe I can just type you the answer in the comments as well, or I can just like do both, you know, to flood my channel here with as much content as we can, to fill it with as much knowledge as we can, my little community. So yeah, thank you so much as well for sticking around until the end. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and yeah, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum. Yo, don't be forgot to talk about this one tool, the duration tool. Let's say we got this footage in here. Let's say that we want to make it slower. You hit R to get this one tool here, and under the red stretch tool, you can stretch from here. Now the video is slower.
If you face like any little issue while editing, just type me down in the comments with it.
Or you can even make it go fast, like this.
May get you the tips and tricks later, by the way. If you face like any little issue while editing, just type me down in the comments, and I'm gonna either reply with it in another videos if it's gonna be a simple one, or maybe I can just type you the answer in the comments as well, or I can just like do both, you know, to flood my channel here with as much content as we can, to fill it with as much knowledge as we can, my little community. So yeah, thank you so much as well for sticking around until the end. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and yeah, I wish you all the rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum.
That's just